Hello, this is King Typhlosion and we're gonna continue our Pokemon Red Adventure series where we left it off after we defeated Brock in the Peter City Gym. We continued out to the other route and so far our team consists of Bulbasaur, Pikachu and Poliwhirl. So right now we're gonna start training our Pikachu up because Pikachu is very far behind. But we're gonna see if we catch up in this episode. So, right now, if you haven't noticed, or if I haven't said this before, our Pikachu has Volt Tackle. I still don't know the reason why he has Volt Tackle. I searched up in the manga if he had Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle didn't even exist in the Red Adventures original series. It did appear in the Fire Red Leaf Green version of the Pokemon Red Adventure series. But that's like, well, let's say that's like the fourth arc, because for every game there's an arc. The first arc was the red and blue arc, then the yellow arc, then the gold and silver arc, then the crystal arc, then it was the Hoenn arc, which was complemented with the Fire Red Leaf Green arc. So it was very long before Red's Pikachu had Volt Tackle. I don't know why the creator of this game added Volt Tackle to Pikachu, even though Red didn't even use it. And I think we're not gonna get that far into the Red Adventure series. We might just stop Red Adventure when Red becomes Pokemon League champion. So we're not gonna do really much. We might do the yellow arc of this game, but I still don't know how the yellow arc of this game works out, because in the yellow arc, Red is in a mountain after he fought the Elite Four, and the first Elite Four member froze him, and his Pikachu escaped and encountered a girl named Yellow, of course, the color name, and she travels out through the Kanto region trying to find a way to find Red, because Pikachu has short-term memory, and to rescue him, because she met Red before she fell in love with Red, because Red, he's just a nigga who gets the girls. So I'm not pretty sure how that is gonna work out in the game, because when I downloaded this ROM, it says it has to do with every arc in the Pokemon Adventure series, meaning that I will have to eventually play the yellow arc if I want to play the gold and silver arc, because Red appears in all of them. He stops appearing after the Hoenn region. He decides to train gold in Mine Silver, so that's where it goes. He doesn't appear in the Diamond and Pearl arc, neither in the Platinum arc, but he does appear again in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver arc, which is basically a time skip of Gold and Silver 3 years after Gold finished training with Red. Red has decided to stay in Mine Silver or go back to Kanto. The thing is that Gold doesn't know what happened to Red after Red trained him. He doesn't know about his whereabouts. And of course, Team Galactic. Yeah, Team Galactic from Diamond and Pearl. They decided to take a trip to the Johto region and catch some legendaries. Because what Diamond and Pearl did, yes, that's the name of the main characters, Diamond and Pearl. They went from colors to diamonds and crystals and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. Somehow they controlled the legendaries fleet away, and now the team Galactic Leader was like, let's go to Johto, cause Johto's connected to everything. The same shit, different game. So yeah, there's certain arcs I don't know how it's gonna play through, but I'm going to investigate or search up videos to see how does the yellow arc of Pokemon Red Adventures play out if we're in a mountain frozen. So that should be interesting. This game is really long, so I'm looking forward to playing it. And again, as we've been seeing throughout this whole game, another underleveled evolved Pokemon, a level 8 Raticate. But what are we gonna do? But I'm going to look for every underleveled Pokemon. The underleveled Pokemon are basically the regular Pokemon. It's just a Rattata with a Raticate sound and the Raticate sprite, but it doesn't have none of the Raticate's attack, defense, none of that good stuff. And now our main character talks, because he talks for himself. So right now we're seeing that Green got pissed that he wasn't chosen to fight Brock, so then he decided to fight Brock again. He completely owned Brock, cause Brock is really easy to beat. And he was like, I want my badge. Brock is a badass. He says no. But what are we gonna do? And now we're seeing a very familiar person facing a wild Gyarados, and we're like, alright, we're gonna take care of this Gyarados. And she's like, stay back kid, it's dangerous. But then we really don't care, cause we're trying to be Kanto's finest. So we're going to look for it and take care of this Gyarados. I don't know why my game paused right here, but I can't do nothing about it, but it's back and running. So now we're gonna go where I'm gonna face Gyarados. So what we're gonna do is, if I remember well, Red faced Gyarados with his Bulbasaur first. So now we're gonna take care of this Gyarados, and she's like, watch out for Gyarados, Hydro Pump, and we're like, we got this, and we take out Bulbasaur. So I was right, Red did use his Bulbasaur. I think that's really stupid, because Bulbasaur obviously is going to faint, because this Gyarados has trash, and we're gonna probably get one move on this Gyarados before it knocks us out. So there you go, that's the trash. I would say trash is a very weird move, because why would they name the move trash? Why not rampage? Because that's really what he's doing. It's going on a rampage, attacking, and then it gets confused. And so Bulbasaur goes down. So we're gonna have to finish this off with Pikachu. So now we're gonna go for the most deadliest move and underleveled. Well, it's not an underleveled Pikachu, but the strongest move a Pikachu can have, which is the Volt Tackle. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I like the Volt Tackle animation. It was a very good animation. But then there were some other good animations that completely blew off the Volt Tackle animation. Like in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, Draco Meteor is the best, and to me it's still one of the best animation in the whole game. But then all of that changed in Gen 6 when they reanimated this move. Well, the move is not really a good move, it's just that whatever move, it's pretty strong if you use it when you're supposed to do it, but retaliate, hands down, the best animation in the whole Pokemon series after Gen 6. Its animation is beautiful. It's a Pokemon cutscene, cherry blossom leaves falling, just run straight through you. I'm telling you, if Pokemon could afford weapon, you add a sword to that, and it's gonna be the best animation you'll ever see. For those of you who haven't seen Retaliate's animation in Gen 6, you should see it. For those of you who don't know what Retaliate is, well, Retaliate is just basically an OP'd version of Payback. I think it does a good 80, 90. I don't know the amount of damage, I'm just thinking it from the top of my head. And it basically doubles or triples if you use Retaliate after one of your Pokemon just fainting. So we just got off track. So back to the start, back to this game. So now we gave Gyarados back to Misty. We went back to Pokemon Center. We healed our Pokemon. So now this is what I was telling you. The telephones in the Pokemon Centers, they're very important from some parts of the games. Like right now, we had to talk to this Professor Oak throughout the telephone and he's explaining us of Team Rocket, which Team Rocket is pretty badass in the Pokemon Adventure series. They give zero fucks about Pokemon. They don't want to capture a Pikachu like in the anime. They don't want in the games to just steal stuff and becomes robbers. In the Pokemon Adventure series, they just want to experiment on Pokemon, have an army of Pokemon, world domination, complete world domination. They have badass scientists who give zero fucks about the health of Pokemon. They just want to take over the world. They don't care what they have to do, just like a team of villains are supposed to do. So right now, we're in Cerulean Cave. I think it's Cerulean Cave. I'm pretty sure it's Cerulean Cave. So we're in Cerulean Cave, and right now you see Misty is following us, which is another good thing about this game. It really has character interaction. So we're in Cerulean Cave, we're exploring, we're gonna try to stop Team Rocket, and also try to get to Cerulean City, the home of Misty, which is later on we're gonna find out who Misty really is. But I think at this point, we all know who Misty is. We watched the anime. We know she's the Cerulean Gym Leader. We played the game. We know she's the Cerulean Gym Leader. Like, it's really funny. I'll say Misty and Brock are like one of the few characters that in all three versions of Pokemon are the same thing. Brock in the anime, in the game, in the manga, he's just a Pewter City Gym Leader. Misty in the anime, in the game, in the manga, she's the Cerulean Gym Leader. Like, people will say that Giovanni is actually the same, but Giovanni gives zero fucks about world domination in the anime. He kind of cares about it in the game, but in the manga he's just or world domination or world domination. He doesn't really care about nothing else except world domination. He's just like the straight up, he's how he should be in all his alterations. So right now we're just doing a little exploring through his cave, see what we find, trying to find our way out. Because as you can see, this is not the regular Cerulean Cave. it's redesigned like most of this game. Because so far, as you can see, Pallet Town was redesigned. They added Pallet Forest, which was really easy. Route 1 was pretty much the same, nothing changed. Meridian City was redesigned. Meridian Forest was totally redesigned. The other route, it was pretty much the same, but they kind of added certain details to it. Pewter City got totally redesigned too. Other route connecting Pewter City to Cerulean Cave, it was the same, but Cerulean Cave is redesigned too. They even added a Pokemon Center outside Cerulean Cave, which I'm very sure it's not in the Fire Red Leaf Green version of it, but correct me if I'm wrong. So right now, we're going to leave our Bulbasaur evolved because this is the point throughout the game where Bulbasaur should evolve. I don't feel like holding back its evolution just because it hasn't come out the cave and evolved. So it's eventually going to evolve, so why not evolve it now? Because so our Bulbasaur, nicknamed Sar, evolved into Ivysaur, which is just basically the most stupidest evolution I've ever seen in my life. Really, it's just a stupid evolution. Like Pokemon who just get taller, or their color scheme changes a little bit, or they just add one extra shit to it, are stupid evolutions like Bulbasaur evolving to Ivysaur. Don't get me wrong, out of the Kanto trio, Bulbasaur is up there, but the difference between Bulbasaur and Ivysaur is that Bulbasaur bulbs open, and that pretty much is it. But then we see a drastic change when it transforms or evolves into Venusaur, where it gets extremely huge. The bulb becomes a tropical tree. I do not know how a bulb turns into a tropical tree, but that's besides the point. It has, wait, it doesn't have vines. I was thinking about this Mega Evolution. But Pokemon who just slightly change, I don't like those evolutions. They could have just made a fun variation like Poliwhirl to Poliwrath. It's basically a Poliwhirl on steroids. Like, we all know it's a Poliwhirl, injected steroids, put a frown face on it, bam, you got a Poliwrath. But then we get Politoed, which it makes sense. Poliwag is a tadpole. Tadpole moves legs and arms, which makes perfect sense to a Poliwhirl, so Poliwhirl has that point. And it's supposed to lose its tail, so it doesn't have a tail, so it makes good sense. And then it's supposed to turn into a frog, like Politoed. It's a green frog Pokemon, just like frogs are supposed to be. But then we have Poliwrath. Poliwrath, I think Nintendo, they were like, let's just add steroids and that's it. Let's call it a wrap. Add on a water stone, and we got it. So speaking of Poliwhirl, Poliwag, the Poly evolution, we just killed a Poliwag. But Poliwrath, he's just, I think all the neglected evolutions in first land, they just gave them a stone evolution. Like the stupid evolution, they were like, if you want a stupid evolution, you just evolve with a stone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm personally a fan of Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, which were the only good stone-based evolutions so far until Diamond and Pearl, where they were like, let's take this to another level. But then, and in the Horn region, I kind of liked Lily Loco, but then Shiftry, his evolution was on point, his animation was on point, his sprites before it became 3D graphics, it looked pretty badass. It still looks badass. And its name, it's Shiftry. We know it's fast because it has the word shift or change, and it's a tree, so it's a grass type, so it's pretty badass. But there's still questions about Shiftry. I don't know. Why doesn't Shiftry learn extreme speed? It's supposed to be fast. But again, we're getting sidetracked with my Pokemon opinions. So now we're still in Might Moon. We're still facing people. Misty is still following us, cause Red gets all the girls. So now we're gonna face this hiker. And Pikachu, he's catching up. He's doing it. I believe in him. Little by little, he's doing it. He's trying to say that he's worthy of the on Red team. But there's a point in the manga where Red neglects his Poliwrath, or as he says it, his Poliwrath is too strong that he only uses it in certain times of need, where Pikachu, just like Ashes, becomes his main Pokemon, his main go-to guy, and Poliwrath is just neglected in his Pokeball for certain battles. Like, don't get me wrong, he uses it now and then, but if you guys are reading the Pokemon Adventure series manga, or if you guys are going to start to read it, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So, I really don't know what's wrong with this recorder. At the beginning, the animation and the sound is on point. Throughout the middle, it starts to lag a bit. And then later on, it's just zero fucks. The animation goes way ahead of the sound. So we got that going too. Before anything else, I would like for you guys to subscribe to Aurabomb on YouTube. Join the Pokemon Facebook group, Pokemon Wonder Room. We do trades, we do battles. You guys will see me on the group looking for battles, looking for trades, looking for certain Pokemons. So yeah, we got a lot of things going on in that group. We're trying to expand the group, make it more famous. So now we finally caught up to Team Rocket. And now we're just hiding from it. We're hearing about its plan. They're looking for the Moonstone, which is completely useless in the Kanto region. I do not know why they're looking for the Moonstone. They say the Moonstone makes Pokemon powerful, which is complete lie. So this is where we end our walkthrough for today. So be looking forward to part 4. But thanks for watching.